Okay, so in this problem, what you're being asked to do is you're being asked to divide two expressions by each other. So the way that we would do this is as follows. So the first thing we need to lay out our division. So it's the same as normal long division with non-integer or with non-algebra expressions, for example. So what we do is if we take this expression here, the bigger expression, we put it inside the bracket. So it's going to be 2x squared minus 5x plus 3. And then we have to divide it by the smaller expression, which is this one here. So x minus 1. So how do we do these? So what you do is you divide the first term in the long expression by the x term in the short expression. So it's going to be 2x squared divided by x. And that's just going to be equal to 2x. So basically what it does is it cancels out one of the x's. So that's going to be equal to 2x, and then you take this answer and you put it up here, like so. And then what you do is you multiply your answer by the short expression. So this is the division phase. The next then is the multiplication phase. So you're going to be multiplying 2x multiplied by x minus 1. And then the answer, you put it down underneath here. So this is the multiplication phase. This is the division phase. So 2x, so this is going to be equal to 2x multiplied by x is 2x squared. And 2x by minus 1 is equal to minus 2x. So this then is this you put down underneath here. So it's going to be 2x squared minus 2x. Okay. Now what you're doing then is you are subtracting these from each other. So this is the subtraction phase. So this is the subtracting phase. Now notice here what you have. So the first one is going to be, it's just 2x squared minus 2x squared. And that's going to be equal to 0. They'll just cancel out. Now this second one here is, there's a double negative at play here. So what you have is, you have minus 5x. Okay, then you have the operation subtract, which is minus. That's coming from here. And then you have, it'll be like this, bracket minus 2x. So this here is a double negative. And what it's basically like, it's like as if you had minus 1 out here, and then what you're doing is you're multiplying everything inside here by minus 1. So what will happen is, minus 1 multiplied by minus 2, that becomes plus 2x. So that becomes plus 2x, okay? And then this is minus 5x. And then what this is equal to is, so if we're on minus 5x and we plus 2x, that's going to be equal to minus 3. Minus 3. Minus 3x, should I say. So this here is what's called a double negative. So this what we've done here. Sometimes what you'll be told to do is just, when you get it like this, just change the signs. And that's fine. You can just change this sign to a plus, and then you can do your operations. But really what's happening is, this is what's happening, and it's important to understand this concept as well for later maths. For example, when you're doing leaving cert maths, because this operation will come in place. So it's no harm to try and learn that now. But that's what's happening. So what happens is, so this here, when we subtract these from each other, what we're left with is minus. So these two will cancel out, and then you're left with minus 3x. Okay, so these are the three phases that you go through. So then what we do is we start to do this thing again. So what we're doing is we we bring down then the plus 3 then down here as well. So this is just brought down here. So the next part then is we start our cycles again. So the first cycle is the division phase. So we take our bigger expression and we divide this x term by this x term. So if we do this again, so minus 3x divided by x, that's equal to, so we're dividing this by this. So minus 3x divided by x, that's just going to, these x's will cancel out with each other. And then that's going to be equal to minus 3. And then this answer, you put it up here, so it's minus 3. Then we start the multiplication phase, so that's the division phase. Then we have the multiplication phase. Again, we're just repeating this cycle. So we're multiplying this guy by this expression down here. So what you're going to have then is this, what will this look like? It'll be minus 3 multiplied by x minus 1. So minus 3 by x, that's equal to minus 3x. Minus 3 by minus 1, so that's two negatives. When we multiply them by each other, two negative integers, they'll give us a positive integer as the answer. So that's going to be equal to plus 3. Okay, so that's our answer. So then we just put our answer underneath here. So it's going to be 3x plus 3. So then we just subtract these from each other. So minus 3x minus plus 3. Okay, so if we think about what we've done here, so this is going to be minus 3x, and then it's going to be the operation minus, and then in brackets you have 3x. So this is going to be, so remember this is a minus 3x as well, and we've got it from over here. So this is going to be minus 3x. So this part here, so what this becomes then is, so it's minus 3x minus 3x. So this again is a double negative. So this becomes minus 3x plus 3x, and then that's equal to 0. So these cancel out. So these two guys here, so this is the subtraction phase. I'm just writing it over here. So these two guys will just cancel out, and that will be equal to 0. And then you just have 3 minus 3 is equal to 0. And that's equal to 0 as well. Okay, so that cancels out, and then what you're left with then is your answer. So this is your answer here. So the correct answer then is this one here, 2x minus 3.